So now, let me explain to you a few communication techniques that you should know if you want to help somebody who is going through depression or who is planning to commit suicide. In fact, these are the communication skills that will help you identify if a person is planning suicide in the first place. Okay? So I will go through points. So point number 1 is a person might say that I can't bear it anymore. Now, when a person says, I can't bear it anymore, please don't say things like, what happened in your life? What are you lacking in life? Stop being a brat. These are the things that you are not supposed to say. What are you supposed to say? You're supposed to ask that person, what is so hard to bear? What are you not able to bear? Please tell me, my friend. And since when are you feeling this way? I want to help you. Can we do something to make your life better? These are the questions that you ask. The second statement that a person probably might say if the person is depressed is, I want all of this to be over. Now what can you say? You are going to ask that what do you mean by getting over? So you are indirectly asking the person to confess if the person is thinking of suicide. Okay? And you can also ask one more question, which is, what is it that you can't deal with anymore, that you feel that it should get over? What do you want? What is that one thing that you can't deal with anymore? And you have to ask these questions in a very non-judgmental and in a very kind way. Okay, there should be no judgment, no amount of anger, because then that person is going to close. That person is not going to open up to you. So these are the questions you can ask. The next statement that a person can say is, everything is meaningless. My life is meaningless. Now what can you say when this person says, my life is meaningless? You can say that, what could make life more meaningful? Okay, what are the aspects of your life that we can make worth living? Another question that you can ask is, what is happening in your life that makes it so meaningless? So these questions will help that person vomit out all the feelings that has been stored inside. All the problems are going to come out in front of you. The next thing that the person might say is, things will never work out for me. I'm done. Things have never worked out. Things will never work out. Now this shows that the person is stuck. The person has tried many things and nothing has worked out. So what can you ask? You have to ask one very powerful question. The question is, what can we do to change that? This is a very powerful question. Why? Because through this question you are saying indirectly that yes, you are stuck, but you can get unstuck. We can help you become unstuck. Okay? And the next two statements are very clear indicators of suicide. One statement is, I am not going to be a problem much longer. This is a clear indication of suicide, and this statement should ring a bell in your system that you have to be very, very careful about what you're going to say to this person. So the questions that you can say, the response that you can give if a person says, I won't be a problem much longer, are, number 1, how are you a problem? Okay? How do you think you are a problem? What is happening? So you will be getting a lot of negative answers. It's okay, listen to all that. Don't judge, don't interrupt. Listen and validate the person that yes, you are going through this right now. Yes, you're feeling terrible. Yes, life is horrible. Just validate. Don't counteract. Don't say that no, life is not bad. No, it's not going to help. Help them accept what they feel. That is what brings them out of that suicide mode. Okay? The second thing that you're going to ask is, what are you going to do that you are no longer going to be a problem? So when you say this, the person will be provoked. You are provoking the person to confess to you that the person is probably thinking of a suicide. Okay, these are two very important questions. Now the last indicator that the person is definitely thought of committed suicide is, the world is going to be a better place without me. Okay, now what can you say to this? You can ask, who is going to be better without you, my friend? What is going to happen if you leave the world? The second question that you can ask is, how would this be better for the people in your life? You taking an exit, how is it going to help other people in your life? Now again, the answer is going to be all negative answers. Maybe a lot of things will not even make sense to you, but it's okay. Listen to all of that. Don't counter question. Don't try to prove to them that life is good. It will not help. Just validate, make them feel understood, that yes, you understand their pain. Okay, so these are the questions, these are the indicators of a person going through depression or a person who is contemplating a suicide, and these are the ways you can help. And let me quickly tell you the most important point once more. The most important point: if you come across somebody who is extremely depressed, or who is, whether this person is planning to commit suicide or not, what can you do? Number one, identify what the person is feeling. It could be anger, it could be sadness, it could be guilt, it could be anything. Just try and get a sense of what that person is feeling. Number two, don't try to make that person feel better by saying that, it's going to be okay. No, this does not work. Validate. When I say validate, it means make the person feel understood. The person is saying life is horrible. Say, yes, it actually seems like life is horrible for you right now. Okay, sit with that person. Make the person feel that yes, there is another person in the world who understands what this person is going through. Why do you think people call helpline numbers, suicide helpline numbers? Because they feel that there could be one person who understands my pain today. And surprisingly, that understanding of the person's pain gives you a hope to live. That much is enough. This is the power of making somebody feel understood. So don't take this power for granted. Don't underestimate your power to save a person from committing suicide or self-harming. Okay? So identify what the person is going through, and number two, validate. Make the person feel understood. Stay with the person. If you feel that person is definitely going to do something, make sure there is somebody always around that person. A friend, relative, parents, anybody. But at least one person who can be around this person to take care of this person for some time, for a good amount of time, till the person is not out of that suicide ideation. Okay, so I hope this video was useful. I have covered everything that you need to know to understand if a person is going through depression, and to save a person from committing suicide, from doing any kind of self-harm. Now I have a small request: please share this video to everybody, so that everybody understands this is something very important. Everybody should know this. You never know when you use this on somebody. Okay, please share this as much as possible so that people know this. And this is the most important thing when it comes to depression and suicide. And thank you so much if you have watched the full video. Thank you. You are going to be an agent of positive change in someone's life. You are serious about helping people. So thank you for watching this video.